The origins of the American military march can be traced back to the military bands of the Ottoman Empire. The military bands in the Ottoman Empire were called Metterheim, and their main purpose was to communicate orders to the armies while in the field and to help keep time during marching and maneuvering. Metterheim bands are still active today in Turkey. The influence from the military bands of the Ottoman Empire were felt in the brass bands of the American Civil War. The bands were a source of pride for the troops. They often played for marching maneuvers, ceremonies, and civic functions. It was during the Civil War that the era of the original American military march began. After the Civil War ended, many towns and organizations began to form their own local concert bands. These community bands would perform at special events and concerts. It was common for these concerts to be performed at the town's bandstand or gazebo. Marches were also made popular with performances of the circus bands. The Barnum and Bailey Circus traveled with their own band, which they would play live music during the show. American march composer Carl L. King wrote many of these circus marches. At age 19, he joined the Robinson's Famous Circus as a baritone player. He later became a master at writing music to match the rhythms of the circus acts. Carl King composed over 280 musical compositions and was the conductor of the Fort Dodge Municipal Band in Fort Dodge, Iowa. The greatest American march composer of all time was born on November 6, 1854. John Philip Sousa was a master at writing concert marches and was given the name American March King. Many of his marches contained American themes and subjects. One of his earliest compositions was Semper Fidelis, which later became the official march of the United States Marine Corps. Sousa was appointed director of the Marine Corps Band in 1880 and remained there until 1892. He later formed his own band after leaving the Marine Corps Band and toured Europe and Australia. While on tour, the Sousa Band performed over 15,000 concerts. Of the 136 marches Sousa wrote, he is best known for the march Stars and Stripes Forever. He wrote it on Christmas Day in 1896. He composed it after learning of the death of David Blakely, who was the manager of the Sousa Band. The patriotic power of the Stars and Stripes Forever was fully recognized in 1987 when it was voted by Congress to be the official march of the United States.